All right, everyone, here we are working on the tunnel updates. Getting ready to put all the tunnel updates on the old XRS tunnel. Look at all the broken pieces here. All the rivets are loose. Look at the rivets. Look at how much is moving. Oh, we could try to fix that, but that is not going to happen in the Pro Mod, that's for sure. Here's the old SLP tunnel extension we had made for the 129 back in the day. We did a great job on it, but out with the old, in with the new. Here's the tunnel, all ready for the new cooler and whatever else we're going to do here. Keep following along, you might figure out what we're up to. Alright, September 2nd, and we've completed the chassis upgrade. It's just ready to go to the airport for the final solid rivet install. Everything's completed. All the cutting, fabricating, fitting is all done, and it's ready to go. So there we are. It's September 2nd, and we're moving along. Well, it's decision time. The Busted Knuckles Racing Shop. Which hood do we go with? The factory Skidoo race hood, or the super cool Skins hood? What do you think, guys? Which one would you pick? Well, here we are in the shop, getting ready for Toronto. We're starting to put the suspension all back together. And if you have any questions about suspension, you need to make sure you check everything. Because if your sled goes right or left or just doesn't handle properly, you could have something going on like this. Look at how bad that is. Then we're going to take one that I've already repaired and a brand new one and put it in here. And that's what it's supposed to look like. It does no movement at all. Okay, and this one's the same. I replaced this one as well.
And when you hear it only. I'm not opening these lines early at all. You got to wait for the cue to call and then guess the noise. So in the meantime,
and there we go. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so that'll give you a little bit of an idea of what can happen here. So we're putting it all back together, putting all the wheels back on, all that stuff, putting the rear suspension all together here today, folks. So we'll check in a little bit later and show you how we've done. All right, here we are in the shop. We've got the suspension completed, and as you can see, the bushings are all tight. No play in any bushings now. The whole skid is tight, and she's ready to go in. We're out in the shop, and we are 2 weeks from Toronto. Where are we? Well, we just got the powder coat home tonight, and we've got a pile of work to do here. We got to get Jason from Wild Rides to fit an aluminum panel all up in here, so that covers that all up and that fits. We got to get the steering post in. We got to finish bolting all this together. We got to get the track and the skid in it. We got to get the A-arms on it. This is what the hood looks like. We got to get a Deutz fastener to attach that in. We got to get it all fitted down in here. It doesn't fit properly right along this seam here, so we got to get Jason to help us fit that. We're going to make a custom little vent piece for here. Again, Jason's got to make that second panel for here to cover this all up. We got to get the seat all figured out. Got to get this bolted down. We got to get a white PDP tail light for it. I got to get a snow flap for it. But I think we got 2 weeks to go, so we should get pretty close. We got to get a white gas tank cover for it, and get that ordered up, and then hopefully it looks outstanding. It looks pretty good in the garage. So once we decide on wrap or hydro dip or whatever we're doing for the black here, it should be pretty outstanding. All right, that's where we are. 2 weeks to Toronto. All right, here we are down at EMA Graphics, and we are with Dan. Dan, what was the hardest part of this wrap?
Well, my friends, this was definitely a tricky one. One of my hardest spots on this machine was templating it. We do all custom templates from start to finish. We don't order things online. Hardest thing on this end was this side of the machine.
Let's go have a look at what
template.
Dan says was the hardest template to make.
Was over here, clutch side, right?
And look at that. That is outstanding.
We got, I think we executed the graphics from the gentleman that, told us what they wanted, and away we went. And here we are.
Well, we're here at the Toronto International Snowmobile Show with Cody Elkins and Busted Knuckles' brand new Creamsicle Build. What do you think, Cody?
Man, this is really pretty neat. Walking up to it, you see a lot of parts to it that just look factory, and unless you know what you're looking at, you'd never know that there's so many aftermarket add-ons to this thing, that they blended in so well, or that you guys blended in so well. Because like I said, I walked up to it, I thought it was a stock bike with just a wrap on it and some powder work. And then you're like, well, this is actually from this, and this is actually from this. So the way you guys blended it all together and made it look factory is awesome.
Thank you very much, Cody.
That's badass.